Hey everybody, Steve here again with a team building exercise against my first week opponent, the Utah Umbreons. So this team is incredibly good. One of the scariest opponents we have to face, I think, and we're facing him in week one. So here is my team. I didn't do any trades since the draft. I've got Cinderace, Gmax, Porygon 2, Lipard, Vikavolt, Steelix, Delmise, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Mawile, Mr. Rhyme, Quagsire, and Gloom. And over on his team, we've got Colossal, Gmax, Rillaboom, Weavile, Gardevoir, Vaporeon, Cobalion, Drifblim, Shedinja, Porygon, Basculin, and Cloyster. So comparing our teams, I've highlighted in green the Pokemon I expect him to bring, which are obvious. Rillaboom, great disrupting option, can have Fake Out, U-Turn, could be Choice Banded, Weavile to activate either Colossal or Cobalion. I'd be shocked if he didn't bring both of them, or Rillaboom. Drifblim pairs well with Rillaboom with a Grassy Seed to activate Unburden, and then after that, it's got to be one of Shedinja, Gardevoir, or Vaporeon. Shedinja, maybe not, just because I am obviously always going to bring Cinderace, so that's definitely not a good matchup for him. But he could bring it just for ally switch stuff, which is always annoying. Out of these, I would expect to see Vaporeon more than the others. I don't know what any of these three do. If you have Vaporeon here, I don't know why you would bring Basculin or Cloyster. Gardevoir, I guess, could come as an anti-Trick Room, but I don't really intend on using Trick Room unless Game 1 goes horribly. So this is a breakdown of what I am bringing versus what I think he is going to bring. So as I said, he's got Colossal Gmax, Rillaboom, Weavile, Cobalion, Drifblim, and Vaporeon. To combat that, I'm going to bring Cinderace, Porygon 2, Lipard, Delmise, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, and a Mawile. So, let's get into the team. So first up we have our Gmax Cinderace. So this EV spread is to outspeed the Cobalion, provided it is not Choice Scarfed. By outspeeding Cobalion, I outspeed everything else on his team except for Weavile, which I cannot outspeed. The Pyro Ball is there for stab, does 160 damage when I'm maxed. High Jump Kick against the Colossal, mainly. And it would also do a lot of damage against the Cobalion and would allow us to resist his supposed rock or fighting moves. Nope, not fighting, steel moves. Bounce to give us a speed boost. We use a bounce or max airstream and we will outspeed the Weavile the next turn. Agility is a game 2 tech, provided my game 1 plan works correctly. So before we get into my plan, which is obvious when I go to Lipard, well, maybe not obvious, but I'll explain it. I'm expecting him to lead either Weavile Colossal or Weavile Cobalion the first game. Make me prove that I can beat one of his two modes first before he does any game plans. So, I have prepared specifically for Weavile. Lipard does not outspeed Weavile. That means that he has a very safe option of turn 1 using Fake Out against Lipard so that Lipard can't do anything to debilitate the Colossal Gmax or the Cobalion Dynamaxing, which would probably be Thunder Wave or Yawn or like a Trick Eject button or something. So, my way of going about this is a Choice Scarf Lipard with Fake Out. This Choice Scarf is EV'd to outspeed the Rillaboom if the Rillaboom also has a Choice Scarf to use Fake Out. Rillaboom max speed is 150, I go to 151, Choice Scarf allows me also to outspeed the Weavile. So if he uses Fake Out on my Lipard, turn 1, I use Fake Out on his Weavile, I go first, I max Cinderace, Cinderace can knock out Weavile with a max Airstream in case the Cobalion uses max Airstream. Otherwise, I would use, if it's Colossal instead, I'm going to use Max Knuckle against the Weavile because I won't care about outspeeding Colossal since he's going to be super slow. That leads us into Game 2. Game 1, there's no way he sees this coming. If he protects turn 1 on Weavile, then I'm basically screwed. But I'm willing to take that risk for Game 1. Game 2, I suspect he will protect. So when he protects, or he might not even lead it, but I would probably still lead the same thing. Cinderace, Liepard. Reading into the protect on, because he will know I have Choice Scarf, 100%. So I'm going to read into the protect, I'm going to Thunder Wave whatever else is on the field, and use Agility on Cinderace. Cinderace uses Agility, and he is going to be faster than a ×4 speed Colossal. He is going to be faster than the Cobalion. He will also resist the fighting moves of Cobalion if he decides to use that. The only problem would come, he'll take neutral damage to everything else. The only problem will come if he maxes the Cobalion right away and attacks the Cinderace. But then the Pyro Ball, or the High Jump Kick, probably Pyro Ball, will do a ton of damage in return, and I can probably just clean up with Urshifu. So that's my lead. I've got Urshifu Rapid Strike with a Rindo Berry. This means that I survive even the G-Max Rillaboom, I believe, max attack, G-Max Overgrowth, whatever that one's called. Drum Solo? G-Max Drum Solo? I might want to do that calc again later. Speed EVs, again, 151, so I outspeed the Rillaboom. Everything else into attack, HP, a couple into the defenses, just so I can round out the 5 stats. I got Detect, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, and Fire Punch. The last move is obviously just to hit the Rillaboom, but also to hit the Shedinja if he decides to bring Shedinja. I was considering running Ice Punch just to have extra damage against the Drifblim, but then I couldn't hit Shedinja with Urshifu, and that is just not a good idea. Then I've got my Porygon 2. So Porygon 2 in this matchup is risky because if I use Trick Room and he does not use Surf against his Colossal, then his Colossal will just be faster than everything else I have in Trick Room. So this, I'm probably never going to actually play Porygon 2 in this matchup. We'll see how Game 1 goes. If Game 1 goes horribly for me, I might just have to switch it all up. Go Porygon Delmise, which is not ideal, but you know, we'll deal with it if it comes to that. This is just a standard defensive spread. Colossal, even at +2. Special attack cannot one-hit KO Porygon. That gives me a free Trick Room recover. I imagine Cobalion can't either unless he goes Justified, gets the +4 boost to his attack. However, in that case, again, I would have Liepard. I would probably just fake out do a fake out Trick Room if I were doing that. Because if he protects then, at least I get Trick Room up, and then I would switch in Mawile. Mawile's got Sucker Punch, Iron Head, Rock Slide, Protect with a Grassy Seed. The idea here is to switch Mawile in anytime that Rillaboom comes in. So my typical game plan here is going to be Liepard, Cinderace, Urshifu, Mawile in the back. So Intimidate will drop the attack, which will be good against, obviously, Cobalion and Rillaboom. Plus I get the defense boost from the Grassy Seed. Rillaboom's not going to be doing anything to Mawile. That's effectively a -2 attack right away. Sucker Punch. This is mainly a tech to help Delmise activate the weakness policy. It's also good against the Drifblim if he wants to attack with the Drifblim. Ironhead's not really good against anything on his team. It's really, I guess, the Weavile, but that'll only help in Trick Room. Or just to finish him off, I guess, if it comes to that point. Rock Slide's good against the Drifblim. Yeah, nothing too special here. I did give minimum speed. Maybe I should make this Brave. Yeah, I'll make him Brave. Now I'm lower than the Colossal if he's running no speed, no negative nature, 31 IVs. His minimum is 50. So that's good to know as well. The Delmise, again, weakness policy. Earthquake is good. I don't have a Steel move here because Steel is not a good type offensively against this team. Earthquake is super effective against both the Cobalion and the Colossal. Power Whip will beat that water type that I actually don't have a move to deal with yet. But I mean, Vaporeon and Basculin I don't think are doing anything to Urshifu, so that's not too much of a concern. And Poltergeist will just do a ton of damage to everything at +2. I don't think many things he has will be able to deal with this beast if he gets activated in Trick Room. And again, very weird IVs. This makes it 1 point slower than that min speed Colossal without a speed hindering nature. I don't think he goes absolute min speed Colossal unless he's specifically trying to counter Trick Room, which will be fine because I do not want to play Trick Room. So I expect him to at least have 50 speed. If he has 50 speed, 4 times that is 200, so he's going to outspeed Cinderace. I don't know why he would do anything any higher speed. Maybe he would do it to outspeed a +1 with Max Airstream. I don't know what his investment would need to be for that, but I'm not too concerned about that because he won't be getting a weakness policy boost. And if he doesn't get the speed boost either, which he shouldn't with the fake out into Max Airstream, Urshifu will outspeed him. Urshifu can one-hit KO with Surging Strikes. Important to note that Urshifu cannot outspeed Cobalion, so that might become a problem. I'm definitely more concerned about Cobalion Weavile than I am about Colossal Weavile. I think if I beat him, his main strat, which I assume is one of those two, with this fake out strat, I don't think he brings it again. And if he does, then I know he's going to protect Weavile. In that case, I just go with the Thunderwave play. And if I lose that second game, I might actually go Trick Room. We'll see. So there's the team. There's some neat ticks in here. I don't think he'll see this fake out Choice Scarf coming. And Trick, that is mainly for if he leads like Rillaboom, Drifblim. I can trick a Choice Scarf onto the Rillaboom and then just Thunderwave him, or Thunderwave the Drifblim. Thunderwaving the Drifblim will basically take away its Unburden, and then it's just not scary at all anymore. So I think I got some good options. He's obviously going to have some tech, and I think we'll see what it is. You don't know anything about the skill levels of players or how much prep they're going to do. I know he told me that my team was hard to prep for, and he's going crazy. So I'm excited to see what he brings. I'm excited for this game. This won't be going up until after the game because I don't want to give away anything. And then I will hopefully have a battle video the next day as well. So thanks for watching, and good luck to my opponent. Okay, we got a little bit of an update a few days later. I was doing some test games against what I think he's going to bring. I think the opening of faking out the Weavile is still a good idea. So there's no changes to the Liepard. There's no changes to Urshifu, Porygon 2, or Delmise. Mawile, I've switched out Protect for Helping Hand just to help the damage against, just to help damage mainly against Cobalion, who it turns out was pretty difficult to go down if he has an Aqua Berry. I don't think he'll bring a Salt Vest because I don't really have special attackers. The item doesn't make sense. Now, in that vein, I have drastically overhauled my Cinderace set. I was doing some practice games, and Strength Sap, Unburn, and Drifblim was absolutely destroying me. Now, mind you, this is me playing against myself, based on what I think he brought, and just predicting what moves he would do, and the Drifblim was killing me even after my good first couple turns. So, I have switched to an all-special Cinderace G-Max. Scorching Sands is super effective against both Colossal and Cobalion. Gives me a special defense boost, which might help if he brings the water types, or the Drifblim is offensive in some way. Blast Burn will be used to kill Weavile turn 1. Blast Burn will also one-hit KO. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this Fire Blast. It doesn't make any sense for it to be Blast Burn. Because then I can use it outside of max and not waste a turn. The max move power is the same regardless. So I've got Fire Blast to kill the Rillaboom, Weavile. I could use it against Cobalion, but again, I suspect he will be Okaberry. Not the only other option would be Choppleberry. And he would bring that because of Urshifu, but he knows he's faster than Urshifu, so I don't know why he would do that, unless he's expecting a Focus Sash Urshifu. Shadow Ball is super effective against the Drifblim, which was causing me a lot of problems. If he Strength Saps my Cinderace now, all it will do is heal him. This also will one-hit KO, guaranteed, unless he has max HP, max special defense, which would be really weird against me. Yeah, and it will definitely two-hit KO Dynamax Drifblim if he goes that way. So this Cinderace is capable of doing an incredible amount of damage. Scorching Sands will one-hit KO most of his Colossal, any Colossal set that he would bring as well, even in Dynamax, because it's 4 times effective. Especially when I throw in a Helping Hand, if I ever need it. And then against Cobalion, Liepard, I've got extra special defense investment now. It lives a G-Max Volcalith through the rock's damage at the end of the turn, most of the time. It does die sometimes, which honestly isn't that big of a deal. The idea is that it would die, and then I'd bring in Urshifu to clean up, because there wouldn't be any speed boost on there. And as we talked about before, Rillaboom can't one-hit KO the Urshifu. So, this is what I'm going to be going with. This is super wacky now. It was only somewhat wacky before. Hopefully it plays out. If it doesn't play out and he just goes standard with Assault Vest, I think I just straight up lose. I don't know how I would get around that, but we'll see. Might have to switch up and go Trick Room stuff. Big risk, big reward, and good luck.